Everybody, in this video we're going to read a section together. If you can see on my screen, again we're working on activity 42. We're going to read this yellow highlighted section together, and then I'm going to help you to pick out the important ideas that we are going to take notes on the side here. Again, if you are working on a paper copy, you can do the exact same thing. You'll just write your notes on the side instead of typing them. So again, we're going to focus on just this highlighted section right here that's highlighted in yellow. I'm going to read it together with you, and then we're going to stop and we're going to talk about the important ideas. And again, remember, we're focusing on that one science standard. The standard we're going to be working on all through the month of May is focusing on the structures inside of a cell. That means the parts of a cell, and their functions. That means their jobs. So if you don't remember anything from science for the month of April and May, I hope you'll be able to tell me some parts of a cell or some structures in a cell and their functions, their jobs. So again, I'm going to read this with you, and then we're going to pull out the important ideas and type them here on the side. I plan on making a series of these videos. This is the first one in this series. So make sure you have your packet. If you're doing your packet on paper, make sure you have your packet with you. Or if you're doing the Google Doc, make sure you have on your Chromebook, open on a tab, your copy of the Google Doc so that you can take notes on your document. All right. If you were with us on Friday in our Zoom meeting, then you would know we read the section before this. And my copy, I have some notes about mitochondria, which is another part of a cell. Those are organelles that produce energy for the cell. Sometimes they're called the power plant of the cell. And then I'm just going to scroll up so you can see what we did. We also took notes on organelles. These are just another word for little organs inside the cell. And if you want to see my notes, you can send me an email and I can send you this copy. Again, here we have another note about the nucleus. That's another structure inside of the cell, and that's a small compartment in the center of the cell, and its job is to hold the genetic information of the cell. It controls the growth and reproduction of the cell, and it controls the cell's activities. These are some notes that I already had in my Google Doc. Now, you might not have those notes yet, and that's okay. If you want, you can send me an email, and I can share this with you. But like I said, we're going to focus just on this yellow part right here. So, here we go. A plant cell's structure is a little different than an animal cell's structure. In addition to the cell membrane, it has a cell wall. The cell wall provides additional support and stability to a plant cell. Green plants also have organelles called chloroplasts. And this is how you pronounce the word, chloroplasts. Chloroplasts absorb light and use it along with water and carbon dioxide to produce sugars for the cell. The cell uses the sugars as nutrients. This whole process is called photosynthesis. There are some protists, such as algae, that also have chloroplasts and photosynthesize. Plant cells, like animal cells, have mitochondria that use oxygen and nutrients to produce energy. And I'm going to scroll down here. This is a really, really helpful picture that I hope you refer back to that shows you where the parts of the cell are. And I think even more importantly, you can see this is showing you a plant cell, which is different looking. I'm going to scroll up. It's very different looking than an animal cell. The plant cell has some different structures. It has some different parts inside of it than an animal cell. You can see it has the cell wall. That's different. It has a cell membrane. It has mitochondria. It has cytoplasm. That's this yellow stuff here. It has a nucleus. That's this purple colored structure right there. It has a vacuole. This is this big open empty space, which we'll read about later. And then it has these little green kind of oval shapes. Those are called chloroplasts. And we just read about those above here. So now let's go back and put some things in our notes. So I'm going to scroll right here. And I'm going to put my notes in green because I want to help my brain remember that green is going to mean plant cells. These are structures or parts of a cell that are only found in a plant cell. And the first structure that I find, it talks about a cell wall right here. So in green, I'm going to take a note about the cell wall. And I'm going to put in my notes that the cell wall, I look right here, provides additional support and stability to a plant cell. That means it's going to make the plant cell stronger and it's going to help it to stand up and just be a little tougher. Cell wall. It provides additional support and stability to a plant cell. Makes it stronger. Kind of like our bones or our skeleton, as a person, a human would have bones. Bones make us stronger and more stable. That's what a cell wall does for the plant cell. Now we read about another structure in the plant cell. It says, green plants also have organelles called chloroplasts. Chloroplasts absorb light and use it along with water and carbon dioxide to produce sugars for the cell. The cell uses the sugars as nutrients. That was a lot of important information about chloroplasts. So I'm going to put that also in green because, again, these are about plant cells. Chloroplasts, they are organelles. That means they're tiny little parts or structures in a cell. And they're green. That's going to help us too. They're green organelles that absorb. That means take in light and use it with water and carbon dioxide, which is a gas that's found in the air, to make food. I'm going to put that in my own words. That's another important note about chloroplasts. And then there's one other important science word that this section talked about, and that's the word photosynthesis. I'm going to put the word photosynthesis right here. Photosynthesis is a process when plants make their own food. I'm putting that in my own words. It doesn't say that, but I'm going to take what it says about chloroplasts and put that in my own words. And we're going to stop there, but I'm going to continue making videos to help you understand this reading and hopefully help you take some notes for packet number 2 or activity 42.